Okay, so Tiffany Haddish is once again at it once more, and she is hauling her ex-normal for Phil yet as of now. It's not all that surprising on the grounds that she has been on Com's neck for 3 years at this point, and she is plainly still pungent that he unloaded her, and continued on with Jennifer Hudson yet. When we believed that Tiffany could never go any lower, she as of late reported that she intends to sell her tracks on the grounds that she wants to fundraise. Like, that is not awful enough. She is additionally pointing fingers at Normal, guaranteeing that he is the explanation she is poor and hammering him for being a horrible ex to her. So what does Normal have to do with her monetary issues? And is she truly going to sue him for cash? We should break it down, kid. I simply realized that remark is weary of Tiffany Haddish, 'cause why in the world does she continue to bring him into her circumstance in any event? When it doesn't have anything to do with him, it's quite obvious that she is as yet caught in a relationship, despite the fact that it has nearly been a long time since they separated. To be fair, however, they had a decent run altogether, and they truly have fans pulling for them. Generally, they were charming at first, particularly when they previously emerged as a couple during the pandemic. Gracious. What yet we before long began to see a few significant warnings in the relationship. Yet either Tiffany didn't see them, or she was too plastered in affection to mind. 'Cause child, those warnings resembled flags waving overhead. I mean, you all recall when she overemphasized her 41st birthday, and how she was anticipating it, and how she was anticipating that Normal should go well beyond for her birthday. She said, "I'm trusting me and my man, we going hot air swelling, and having us a decent feast. That is what I might want to do on my 39th birthday celebration. I become inebriated with my grandmother, never did that. And on my 40th birthday celebration, I had a bat mitzvah. And that was really fun. This birthday, 41, I need to go up in a sightseeing balloon." Kay presumably enjoyed a hearty chuckle after he heard that since he didn't take her up into a sightseeing balloon, he got her a few blossoms, yet that was all there was to it. Now, I realize that blossoms are charming, yet that is like the beast, least for your lady, particularly when she uncovered openly that she needed a bonus. Unique, the relationship got increasingly humiliating for Tiffany, since plainly Normal didn't see her the manner in which she saw him, and for reasons unknown. She kept openly discussing how she needed lavish stuff from him, despite the fact that he had made it more than clear that he would not have been doing any of that. Yet things truly began to disentangle when she uncovered that she believed him should propose to her with a high rise. "If he have any desire to wed me, he can get me an apartment complex, Gracious Oak. You don't need a ring, you need a loft complex. I give you a duplex and aplex, or something you the young lady resemble where your I thought you was locked, in where your ring, where your carrots, young lady please I got units. Knock it off." Yet Normal was done with this by then, since he clarified that in addition to the fact that he wouldn't propose with an apartment complex, he would not have been proposing at all. I'm going to do what's great for myself, and the woman you know right now all I need is joy, great times, tranquility on earth. He wound up parting ways with Tiffany, and he asserted that the separation was totally mutual, and there was no ill will between them. Tiffany and I got back moving. It truly didn't consider us to invest as much time and set as much focus on our relationship. I don't think the affection truly scattered. I think it was very much like we weren't taking care of a relationship. Yet Tiffany was not going to allow him to spread that account about the separation. And she uncovered him for lying, saying he may be the sort of individual that never truly settles with someone. Perhaps he resembles, you realize, like a honeybee, going from one bloom to another to blossom. I don't realize I wish him only euphoria and joy. She didn't stop there, since she additionally addressed Jason Lee about the separation, where she said again that the separation was not shared, and that he lied about the reason for the separation. I'm fine with it's cool. Yet he said in the meeting that the justification for why it was finishing was a direct result of occupied plans, which I didn't actually. I mean, you realize I love Rashid, and I realize you love Rashid as well. And I would have rather not been discourteous in the meeting. Yet come on now, that doesn't appear to be legit on the grounds that you're both popular, you're both occupied, you both have plans, right? What was your take on that exactly the same thing every other person was thinking in them? Remarks considerably more, she uncovered that it was normal. Who released the news to the media? Were you furious? When you saw his response, I was frustrated. I was extremely disheartened. I resembled gracious Oka. 'Cause that is not everything you said to me yet, Oak. Like I said, they've been separated for around 3 years now. Yet he actually resides rent-free in her mind. It kicked more awful when come off dating Jennifer Houghton, on the grounds that she got envious. I could go on and on all day about how she was tossing conceal at Jennifer, young lady. He never gave me no damn studs. He presumably gave those to Jennifer, yet that was not the last time she talked about normal on the grounds that in one more meeting she discussed how she actually cherished him and how he heard her colloquialism. It was the best, the most clever relationship I've at any point had. It's where I felt most secure out of the multitude of connections I've at any point had. The separation wasn't shared. It was more him saying, I think this relationship has run its course. And I resembled Oak, like you will be a 50-year-old single man. Oak, assuming that you believe that is terrible. Well, it's going to deteriorate on the grounds that she is going belly up AF and is considering normal liable for her monetary troubles. Kid, you will have a hard time believing the psychological vaulting that we needed to accomplish for this one. For the people who haven't been following Tiffany intently, she has been having a progression of misfortune in the recent years, particularly after Normal unloaded her most memorable. She was sued for kids that by a lady she and her sibling were by Tiffany and AR Lances. This caused such a major debate that Tiffany was terminated from many acting gigs that she had, and she conceded that she was going belly up. Goodness, I lost all that every one of my gigs. Gone, all that gone, not really good or bad, I mean, or you will be you, I imply. That is what I'm talking about. Like, this is an awful, that is a terrible look. Yet now that they changed face, you realize you feel like you recapture your. And I don't have no work. Well, look, I don't have no occupation, brother. She likewise got captured for a DA 2 times. So with this, it's all's not unexpected that she isn't getting a lot of cash. Yet we didn't have the foggiest idea how awful her monetary circumstance was until she uncovered that she would have been offering her clothing to bring in cash. I'm going to tidy up portion of my room. I'm about to wipe out the wardrobe. I won't actually do. I hate going. I'm a do too. I'm a wash my garments. I'm a wash all my garments today. That is the reason. I'm a wash all my garments today. And which isn't that numerous, 'cause I did my clothing last month. Yet I got so many garments. I could presumably go a half year without washing no garments, 'cause that is the number of sets of underwears I really want to dispose of everything. I could sell them drawers. That is what I ought to do. I ought to sell them undies. That will be huge load of cash for the establishment. I feel like definitely would it be a good idea for me. I sell my clothing, you all. I shouldn't do that. I ought to toss them in the jump now. I can't offer it free of charge. However, quit worrying about. She guaranteed that it would have been for a noble cause, yet be for genuine and insider, guaranteed that Tiffany is embarrassed at her monetary circumstance, and she is excessively embarrassed to concede that she is needing cash. Now everybody goes through difficult situations occasionally, yet the wild piece of this story is that the insider guaranteed that Tiffany considers Normal 100% answerable for her mishap, guaranteeing that things began self-destructing when that's what Normal unloaded her. She trusts in the event that he had remained with her, then she wouldn't be in a position where she is compelled to offer her clothing to bring in cash. Since then, she would have a man to help her charm. There's a ton happening here. And as of now, it's beginning to seem as though she is never going to move past Normal, in light of the fact that faulting your ex for going belly up is somewhat wild, I won't lie. It's given Dulu well this fans needed to say she's unwell. Nothing regarding this is